Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
And it's cool to like write something, think it sucks for a while.
Next time you meet me in Gate City.
Oh, Cody Pope. I know Cody Pope.
Oh, I see the shirt. I see it.
Our friend is Cody and we not having a good day.
Smack dab in the middle of all that.
Beautifully said, and I love that you said when you have a microphone.
And we were able to do it.
It's about you showing up.
What is your favorite comment that contributes to you?
What up, world? You've landed on Cody Central. Welcome back, welcome home, or welcome for the first time. If it is your first time, every night here is just a little bit different, but nevertheless, we're going to have ourselves a wild night. So thank you for sharing your time with us. Let's sit back and lock in. I am your host, Cody Pope, and this is my co-host, Danny Dimes.
What's up, everyone? As always, if you're tuned in from YouTube, thank you. And please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment to let us know where you're watching from. And don't be afraid to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our uploads. And if you're watching from Facebook live stream, thank you as well. And please share this live stream to your page right now or share it to some friends. But either way, drop a comment and let us know where you're tuning in from as well.
Real quick, before we get things started, I just announced some new performance dates with more on the way. Right now, you can check me out on March 22nd at the Cantab Lounge in Cambridge, Mass. March 29th at the Shaskeen in Manchester, New Hampshire. April 4th at Phoenix Rising in Northampton, Massachusetts. April 16th at Green Door Studio in Burlington, Vermont. And April 23rd at Troop in Providence, Rhode Island. April 23rd at Troop in Providence, Rhode Island. For tickets, merchandise, music videos, info on shows, anything like that, everything that you could possibly want to find is at www.cody-pope.com. That is the official website. And I'm just going to take a moment to share that with you.
Then I stopped too late. How could I be so selfish? Do this. Lost on in the state like inventory of dead ends. I miss whom I can't memories of my dead friends. It's my soul on the record, like removing the mask. Brain connected, feel electric, intermeshing spacecrafts. I was cooking and building the system. It took a minute to win it, but now we built to kill them. Then I opened up and I looked again, saw the sound like it's the base of my friends. Lost some gems, I'm bound to lose some more. But you got the prescription, you got me convincing. There's a lot you've been missing since I built that spot to do something. It's got me crawling.
Not perfect, not even close to alright. If you're with me, let me hear you say alright. I'm all my name, yo.
Thank you to everybody that's been checking out the website, showing love. Excited to get these shows in. Excited to get some new music out later this year. But speaking of new, we got a new guest on the show with us tonight. He's a new artist. He's coming into the scene right now, dropping new music, doing his debut shows. Tonight's guest is a rookie MC with a bright future who's on the cusp of releasing brand new music and making his debut live performance on March 20th. Hopefully our AV here is all good. Please welcome Mack to the show.
How we doing?
What's good, bro? Thank you for making time to rock with us tonight.
Yeah, it's great to finally talk to you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, for real. So first things first, the chat is open for Q&A for as long as we're live tonight. Any questions that you have for the panel, drop them in the chat. We're going to pick our favorite ones, put them on the screen, and get them answered. big shout out to the chat tonight. We got a great crowd tuned in already.
Blowing
Big shout
up.
out to X-Ray. Big shout out to Fee. Big shout out to Ryan. Let me see. Yeah, it's live in here. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. We got a great YouTube presence tonight. So shout out to everybody that's rocking with us from Planet YouTube here. So man, Mack, thank you for joining us tonight, dude. We're stoked to have you here with
I
us.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You know, we kind of met through the internet shit, and then you ended up pulling up to some shows, and so that's how we knew it was real. And you got some singles out right now. And when we met, I was like, yo, do you have any shows lined up? Have you done a show, whatever? And you were like, nah, nothing yet. And so when this came up, I knew it was like, what a great way to kind of set it off in the hometown and, you know, opening up for like really dope artists. So I'm excited, man. But obviously I think it kind of goes without saying that a lot of the audience here doesn't know you yet. And so I want to kind of rewind the clock a little bit and get back to when you were really young. And what was childhood like for you? And around what age was it when you kind of started to discover your love of music?
Honestly, that's a great question, honestly. I think just all music really I kind of liked, but ever since really I can remember. I know my mom still has videos of me singing in the shower and stuff, just like doing whatever. I mean, I used to be really poetic, I'd say. I'd kind of just make poems in my head really just all the time. And I didn't really see it as like rapping or freestyling. I thought that stuff was like just it wasn't for me, but because I grew up in like Merrimack, not around a lot of music or anything, just small house or big house actually in a small area. And I think probably what got me into rap was just more recent years. I was heavy on drill actually, but I started turning towards like softer hip hop, R&B. I started screwing with like Joji as an artist. And then after that, it was just Mac Miller, really. And that's who really, really put me on to like hip hop and going deep. So before it was really just instrumental and creating whatever I could come up with. But now it's definitely, it's changed a little bit. I'm trying to find my own path.
I like that. Do you remember some of the artists that you were like into at your earliest age? Like, do you remember what kind of music that you were like listening to on your own?
I do. I remember I had a binge for Michael Jackson. I'm not gonna lie. That lasted probably a few months, but I remember it fondly. It was just everyday music videos. It's like Thriller or whatever I could find, really. Just watching that on the TV. And then definitely some Outkast, I'd say. More recent than not, but definitely. But other than that, it wasn't really, I've never had like a specific artist that I'm super inclined to. It's more just whatever music I can hear, really.
So you don't have like an obsessive compulsive nature like some people?
Yeah, I haven't started a collection yet. I have a few records, but I don't have a lot.
So I know you mentioned some of the stuff, like you mentioned Mac Miller, and it's funny that you say that because when I first heard you, I kind of felt like a mix of Mac Miller and like Marlon Craft, you know, like there was like this kind of blend of like you have like a sharp lyricism to you, like in a poeticness, but you also have this more of like a vibe and an energy about what you're doing, which I related to like the Mac Miller thing. Is there like what is, I don't know if it's music or movies or life experiences or if you like get beats and that triggers it, but what kind of inspires or triggers you to want to start writing?
Honestly, I'd say I can't really get the whole answer out right now. It's more because it takes me a while to really find even a beat I like. I scroll for hours on YouTube, just hours and hours and hours, pretty much wherever I can find a beat, Reddit, whatever, for people posting beats or whatever. And I just scroll really whenever in my free time, and it's just whatever instantly makes me kind of move, whatever like gives me a incentive to start writing to it. It's more just about like not funk, but you get that feeling that's kind of creepy, and you kind of know like this is a beat that I'm going to be able to express myself on, and it really just matters what I'm feeling in the moment, because sometimes I don't know what I'm feeling. So if I go from beat to beat, then I can eventually just figure out what mood I'm in the best. Really, it just comes out. It's like when I write, it's more just like a story that's writing itself onto the paper, and then afterwards I look at it all and make sense out of it, and that's really my process. Just to
I like that. That's funny because that was actually one of my questions, which was like, what is your process like? But I'll circle back to that, because one thing I would want to ask you is, can you recall like a particular moment, or like was there like an experience that you went through that kind of first started turning the wheel of like wanting to rap? Because I think that while yes, everybody can rap and there's a lot of people who rap, it does take a lot of like courage and some kind of like steadfastness to really like put yourself out there as an artist and start making art. And so was there like something that happened that kind of made you be like, you know what, I think this is like more my purpose?
honestly, I keep saying honestly, but
You can lie.
I'd say, yeah, no, I'm lying. It started really a while ago. I don't know if you know who Shotgun Willie is. I was really young and I started hearing these funny rap songs, and it kind of got me into it. And then Joji, he used to have a altered personality, Filthy Frank, Pink Eye or whatever. And I would always listen to those like music videos or rap videos, and I'd always start laughing, and just it wasn't really the connection, but kind of the nostalgia that brought me back to it. And then I started with one of my old friends. I started we just started writing songs after school, pretty much, just like about classmates, about teachers or whatever, anyone really that we could talk about. We would just start writing off or making diss tracks on people. And I think before we knew it, we were writing like full songs, and I was under my blanket, like 5 blankets over me, on my phone on BandLab, just praying for it to sound good, really. But that's pretty much where it came from. And then just from there, I think what made me kind of lean into it more was feedback, because anything that I really get into, I do it for a while. So I was really just looking for feedback for a few months, and I had this. None of you guys know about this. I had some Mack lore. I had previously maybe like a year ago. I had an alter. Actually, I still went by Mack, but I had a completely different EP that was almost completed. None of the songs that are on this one right now. It was Mr. Fisherman, Who I Am, I Don't Know. And that was old. Some of you might know about it. I might have sent it to you a while ago. You'll find it on my old account. But I mainly started that just so I could show people around me what I was capable of. And then I got positive feedback from friends. And I'm not saying it was anything crazy. It's just whatever I could do in my closet, because eventually I started buying equipment or whatever. I got a blue snowball mic. I'd recommend that for anyone. It's what I make it all back on. Gate City Mac official YouTube, make it all back. Can hear it there. But yeah, and then it really just turned in from making funny songs and like seeing how good I could get. And then once I got the positive feedback, I went more heavy into it, because I knew I could actually, make something out of it. And then watching a lot of documentaries on just people who have walked the course that I'm currently trying to walk, that just seeing them go from what they were to who they are now is just very inspiring. So it definitely, there's a lot of contributors and things. I can't really pin it all down completely. I don't know. I'm still trying to convince myself it's not just a phase, you know.
Feel that, man. You know, there's definitely like a lot of highs and lows and like moments where it's like, yo, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like, and then you have those highs and you're like, why would I do anything else? And it's just so the disparity between those is so dramatic that I can definitely understand how like difficult that can be sometimes.
And not a lot of people are doing it in Nashua too. That's the problem really for me. I can't find anybody to really lock in with, because it's just people come and people go really. But it's a small city. It's not like Boston or New York or really anywhere that there's a scene popping.
Well, if you were ever going to know your network, this is a great show to find it on, between us and the people in the chat. You know, because I agree, Nashua is like very like a small city, and we don't have even the kind of resources that they have in Manchester. But whatever you need, like even if you drop it right now on this show, whatever you need, I guarantee you there's probably somebody in our ecosystem that does that thing. You know, if you need an engineer or recording studio, or if you need a graphic designer, or if you need a videographer, or if you need a merch printer, or if you need a rapper to like collab on a song with, if you need an instrumentalist to collab on a song with, like whatever you need, please don't hesitate to let Danny, you got Fee in the chat, you got Ryan in the chat. There's so many different people that will plug you in to whatever you need. So please do not hesitate. I love this. Jacob said it, dude. Nashua on the map soon. Gate City hip hop on top.
Yeah,
Make sure you guys
Jacob.
I think right now, this circle I think right now, this little circle that's like built right here, like in the chat, the little circle, like almost everything that you need is in this circle right here, right now. So
I definitely feel that once I really start subconsciously believing I can do it, and not just telling myself I believe I can do it, things really start. I get more phone calls, I get more texts. Like even you, I wanted to say at some point, just I do appreciate it a lot what you guys are doing. Helping me with the show and the podcast. It is definitely, it gives me a base plate to really launch off.
Dude, we appreciate it too, man. You know, it's like without making this a me thing, the whole reason that I started doing this show is because as a rapper, specifically, you are constantly asking for things of your peers, of your fans, of your friends, of your audience. Yo, can you share my post? Yo, can you drop a comment? Yo, can you like my status? Yo, can you buy a pre-sale ticket? Yo, can you order this t-shirt? And so it's like, I get it. Like it's probably annoying if you're a fan of, dozens of artists and every week they're all begging you for shit. And so I was trying to figure out, like, what can I do to give back to the community and try to reciprocate for the things that I'm asking for. And so I got into booking shows years ago, and that's why we do Done Booking. And I've been very lucky in Done Booking, we've literally brought people from all over the world to come and perform in Nashua. We've had people from Oklahoma, from California, from Texas, from Georgia, from Florida, from like fucking Indiana, North Carolina. Like we've had people from all over the map make Nashua a part of their tour stop because we just like wanted to make this like a city that's known for like music and hip hop and arts and stuff like that in general.
I mean, I gotta say, I wasn't raised here, but I was born here, so I got some claim to Nashua.
Dude, you know what's funny though is like because you said Merrimack, right?
Yeah, that's where most of my life memories are.
So like we online we have like a a Gate City hip hop like Facebook group that like is a community place where people can post in and shit like that. And we like kind of specifically said in the header of it that it's like Gate City hip hop is bigger than just Nashua, because it's kind of like what you were saying about like Boston. Like Boston was the first thing that you compared it to, and so like if you're comparing Nashua to Boston, then like Nashua's like sub cities would be Hudson, Merrimack, Derry, Londonderry, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're like in driving distance of the city and you come here to like support the scene, then I think that like contributes to the greater good. Nashua just happens to be like the center of the universe when it comes to that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing, dude, is like this community has so much talent, like really deep spread throughout, and not even just rappers, like people that are like, there's mad photographers, there's mad like graphic designers, there's mad like DJs, like there's all these different people that do shit, and everybody like really brings some heat to the table. There's other podcasts, there's other like kind of hip hop centric podcasts based in Nashua. There's like all sorts of like the whole like Gate City hip hop thing is really it's really expansive. We just got to figure out how to get more people on the same page sometimes is the biggest thing. But that's why it's like introduce, it's like, I'm glad Fee is in here. Fee is one of the more like seasoned vets of like performing in the New England hip hop scene. And so to connect him with somebody from our community that's about to do their first show is like that classic, like bridging the gap thing, where it's like, we want old heads to be able to ask young people how they're consuming shit, and we want young people to be able to ask their older peers like how to do X, Y, and Z. It's like we haven't spent all this time in the game to just hold on to the shit for ourselves. It's like if there's a bunch of people that are making waves, that's going to draw more attention to the thing that I'm doing too.
Yeah. Everything really helps each other out. This is help promoting my show. This March 20th, Gate City Mack, the spot in Nashua. If you want to come down,
the debut, dude. How crazy! How are you feeling about doing your first show? Like, has this all been really fast for you in terms of?
I don't really think about it. I'll think that same with the podcast. This morning I woke up, panicked, and posted something on my phone, and now we're here. So that's really how I'm going about things. I'm just letting life happen.
I love that, dude. Well, take a deep breath. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to show everybody a trailer for your debut show on March 20th, and we'll be right back.
Drink sake with me. Weed lace look like Rocky hit me. Pills pissy crispy. She a hippie gypsy. Straight to the turnpike, first light, shed skin. Alien tongues with Australian rubs was a.
But distractions with lights make me feel like a star. If I spend it today, then no hope for tomorrow.
Been in it since I was a kid, and I just got done running from something that I want to admit by the way that I kiss you.
Make sure you guys mark your calendars, get your pre-sale tickets. I feel like on small scale shows, people don't buy tickets because they're like, they decide the day of if they're going to go to the show. And so there's a double-edged sword for like people like us, where it's like, if you wait till the day of the show, there's a good chance that you might not come. But if you get your pre-sale ticket for 50% of the price, chances are you're going to want to go. And so, like, if you guys order pre-sale tickets to go see Mack's debut show, you can literally get in that show for $5 if you buy a ticket right now. If you wait till the day of, it's $10, but you can get in for $5. Lock it in.
Think about it. 5-10 years, you're gonna be able to say, "I went to Mack's."
You're gonna go if you lock it in now.
Show.
Yeah, dude. Mack's $5 show could be like J. Cole's $1 in a Dream. You have no idea.
You're right.
You right?
You're right. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. Danny,
Never
feel
know who
free
might
to
be there.
interject if you have questions at any point too. But Mack, you were kind of talking about recording before we showed the trailer. And so I kind of wanted to ask you, like, what is your recording process like right now?
Honestly, it's all over the place. I don't have I can't like set a that's why I'm so afraid of going to studios. So I pretty much just built a like little studio in my closet out of just a carpet and a bunch of foam. Cause I don't really get in the mode. Even if I write something one day, I can't really like I can't make the song the next day because I don't have the voice ready, or I don't have the emotion to really put what I wanted into voice that I wrote on the paper the day before. So usually when I make every song I've made up until then has been, I just woke up, wrote it in the morning, and I produced it just until the night. And then however many days I'll listen to it back and forth, and then keep making small adjustments for about a week, and then I'll go post it. And that's worked out pretty much good for me, but I'm trying to get into a better schedule so I can actually pinpoint a time I need to lock in, so I can actually just get into that habit. It's just kind of hard to really pull a emotion, because all my songs are really they have to mean something, or else I can't just pull something on my ass. But that's
so it wouldn't serve your creative process right now to
that's
time at a
the word.
studio Saturday at 10 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah. If it's like, oh, tomorrow morning at this time, I gotta be up and I gotta perform this, not perform, but spit or whatever. Just rap or whatever into my mic. It's just I need to be in the right setting. If I'm too tired or too hyper, I can't go mellow. I can't go too high. So it's kind of like a battle, but eventually some days I'll squeeze in and I'll really just go straight at it or whatever.
That's the nice thing, dude, is like every song that you do, you kind of just refine your process that much more. And as you know what your process is, it allows you to adapt to other people's situations and setups and shit too.
Yeah.
What are some of your like more immediate goals for your like music career after you get this first show under your belt?
Honestly, posting more on social media. I'm gonna be taking a class for something social media. Just not web design, but like algorithms and how to do all that. So I'm gonna be trying to hopefully post more than 2-3 times a week. Eventually, get into an actual habit, because I'm just trying to build a following. Definitely want to start in Nashua and not try to get people all over the world to come listen to my music, because if I can have a real fan base and like people that want to hear me locally, then it'll start attracting other people, because no one really sees someone with 2 followers and says, hey, I'm gonna go fan for this guy. I mean, maybe.
I think that's a good strategy, though, dude. One of the most valuable things that you could learn, and this is like a thing that I wish I learned. I still don't know it well, but it's like I wish I had just learned this 10 years ago. But mastering how to run ads, where it's like learning how to run ads through like Meta Business Suite in particular, and like eventually like running Spotify ads if you're down with Spotify. But I think like Meta Business Suite ads are like one of the most important things you can run, because and this is shit that I've learned from LaRussell. I don't know if you follow him. He's like a really, really dope West Coast rapper. But like he experiments a lot with running ads, and his ads are just like clips from his music videos. And so he's running these ads of his music video to start kind of narrowing down where the demographic of people that are following him are. And that's how he ends up doing his like booking and shit like that, is like he's using the analytics of like, oh, mad people in Seattle, Washington really like these ads that I'm running. So if I go do a show there, I know I can get 100 people to come out or whatever. And so if you actually, because you said something about taking a class or whatever, or like whatever, dude, if you learn how to run ads and shit, you will be one of the most valuable people within an ecosystem.
Hopefully that's what I'm aiming for.
We got a question from the chat for you. This is from Zodiac Silent 4181. They asked, story behind Make It All Back.
Make It All Back. That's my friend right there. So Make It All Back. I'm trying to remember, honestly. That's kind of the song that started it all, pretty much. Just like the new phase, the new Mack official or whatever. Because we were just mostly that was around the time me and him were making songs and stuff. And I wasn't actually in this same room. I was in a different room, a little smaller, and I had a much smaller closet, very small. You could only fit one person in there. And I just finally finished making the whole studio, everything. Everything was decked out. I thought it was so cool. It was horrible, but it worked. And I had this mic right here, much worse. $20 off Amazon. Was not that good. But what I'm gonna say, it sounds a lot better than I expected. I just woke up that morning. Like I said, I just found a nice beat. I found this new producer on YouTube. I actually had a few producers I was gonna shout out before we left later. But this producer Olara on YouTube made a few beats that I rapped on. And I just wanted to give a little shout out to them because pretty good beats, I'm not gonna lie.
I love that. Hell yeah. All right. I want to ask you, and this could be reasonable or audacious, totally up to you, but any dream collaborations that you have?
I mean, like, definition of dream would be like in reality, or dream if like just I was like dreaming.
Whatever you're feeling.
I mean, if I were to say alive, it's such a hard question, but I'll think about it. I might have to get back to you on that one later in the episode.
Okay.
I think that's one I gotta think about for a little bit. I don't wanna rush it.
What is your favorite concert that you've ever attended?
It was actually, I don't wanna hurt your feelings and not say yours. It was the second favorite. Yours was my second favorite. But I went to a Joji concert with actually my friend that just asked the question, Zodiac Killer. I went to a Joji concert at TD Garden. Hopefully I can perform there someday. That's probably one of my dreams. I know we were talking about that earlier.
That would be crazy.
And yeah, it was a pretty fun time. Just second floor, second deck or whatever. Watched probably most of it. I know we left before it ended. We were probably some assholes, but it was pretty funny. I actually got a cool story. We were, you know how there's like escalators going into the top outside.
Yeah,
we were looking into a little convenience store, right? And we saw some hobo or whatever. I don't want to be mean and call him a hobo, but we see him with a bag just walking around all mischievously. And we watch him go into the store, and we see through the window he puts something in his bag, and then he walks out the store and he just steals it. And it was the funniest thing we ever saw that night. Just some random homeless person just walked in. We just watched the whole thing from the escalator, walked out. Nobody noticed. It was funny.
That is funny.
I don't know. It's just moments like that make like those nights a lot better. That's why I would say it's my favorite concert.
What kind of music is that? So I honestly am like, I don't know if I'm just old or fucking out of touch, but I don't know who that is.
I'd say if you ever heard any tracks like unreleased on my story that just I sing a bit more, it's kind of more like mellow R&B. You could rap over those types of tracks, but that's kind of what I'm aiming for, to blend those two. Just like rap and R&B, like softer lyrical melodic songs, because it kind of, rap alone can't really capture some of the feelings I get when I want to make a song, because if I'm feeling a certain way and it just sounds too corny when I try to put it all into bars or whatever, it's just a lot easier to make like more melodic songs. And just, my lamp almost fell. And just really just, yeah.
I can definitely feel you on that. When I like first started rapping, it was very much like a heavily boom bap influenced, like gotta be the hardest rapper, ripping rhymes, flipping dimes, skipping crimes, shifting minds, flicking dimes, whatever just like it was all about bars and like trying to be the most rapidy rapper. And then I kind of like hit this point where it was like, well, rapping alone doesn't do enough for my introspection. I need to figure out how to like melodicize this more or harmonize this more. And that's when I started tapping into, like, I wouldn't really call it singing, but some form of vocalizing shit, I guess.
A little bit of preach.
Yeah, you just got to keep kind of like pushing out of your comfort zone more and more.
Yeah. That's something I'm trying to, every song I feel like I have a little different tone going on. So I'm trying to keep it that way. But once I make a real album and I move on from the EP, I'm gonna
Damn, he did it before the show started. He was worried about knocking over the light. He knocked over the light.
We're gonna just pretend like that
Said it
didn't
was gonna happen.
I'm not gonna
Too
keep
late.
it anymore.
Editor, clip it. You got it, boss.
Anyway, my bad. What were we talking about? What was that that just fried my brain.
We got a question from chat. What's your favorite bar written?
Depends on the day, but I'm thinking it's probably, if it's gonna be in a song, it would be what we're talking about written. I'd say everybody half black, everybody half gay.
That's
it's not in a song, but I thought that would be acceptable. Every day I think about it, I'm being honest. I'm trying to put it in a song soon.
You're trying to put that in a song soon?
Hear me out.
I'm listening.
Hear me out. Sometimes you gotta make a metaphorical point, and it's gotta really like catch attention, so then people can think about it. You feel me? And I think that's the perfect ointment. That's the perfect ointment. Because no matter how you look at it, there's something for everybody in there.
Yeah, it seems like something three guys that look like us should talk about.
Definitely going to get attention. Definitely will get attention. That is my type of humor right up there.
I need to go back to let's go back to this dream collaboration thing.
I was wondering who the dead person was.
Let's do a realistic dream collab and an out of this world dream collab.
I'd say right now it'd have to be someone like that I can really flow with, something I'm used to, because I wouldn't want to go out of my league and sound like an asshole, but Possibly Thundercat, to be honest.
Wow, what a great choice. That would be so cool.
Like I just like the vocals, harmony, and whatever. I can't do that shit on my own. It's kind of out of my league. I can't sing really that well.
He's about to go find it.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I was hoping I could reach it, but I have this big like four record Thundercat box set that it's like one of the coolest gifts I've ever got, and it's in the midst of this fucking pile somewhere. I've literally got like a wall of records, 2 walls of movies, books, but long story short, Thundercat collab would be so sick.
That would be pretty awesome. I hope he's still doing it if I ever make it there.
It's more like when. You just got to keep pushing, you know?
It's a good goal to set.
I like that. I think that you know what? I'll accept that on both counts because that is I think that's very possible, but that would also feel very like out of this world if you ever.
Yeah, that would be very, very, very crazy. Oh, and for the other one, just Not Alive, I would say same kind of, not category, but same application I'd want in a song of mine would be Michael Jackson, definitely.
Ooh.
Just imagine some Michael Jackson in the background. That's where you're spitting some absolute bars.
That would be wild. What are like, yo, put me on the game. What? Oh, sorry. What were you saying, Danny?
Surprisingly, not who I thought you was gonna pick. That actually shocked me. That's a great answer.
I have to give it to him. My name is Michael too, so kind of hand in hand.
What what are like the 3 Michael Jackson songs that you would recommend to somebody who's not a convert?
I mean, I feel like you'd have to go with the classic. I feel like there's already that trio: Thriller, Beat It, and Bad. Honestly, those 3. I feel like those are the most generic. You hear those in the movies all the time. Just like anything with a music video, really would get people's attention. So I think that would be pretty good. That's the type of style I'd want to go for, like Bad, like remix that into a rap song. That'd be pretty tight.
Okay, hell yeah. Are there any like Michael Jackson deep cuts that you like that you think a lot of people aren't on?
I think what's that song with the music video for the haunted house where he's wearing the fat suit and he's dancing and shit, and there's a bunch of zombies in the background. It's not Thriller, but it's I forget what it's called. It's a deep cut. It's there's a bunch of footage for it. I forget what
I don't know why I can't think.
I forget what the song's called. It's, you'd know by the music video. It's just him in a fat suit just dancing. I think it's pretty. It just reminds me of the Weird Al version of Bad. Or Eat It, I think, or whatever it's called. That
Jamie, see if you can pull that up. Shit, let me Danny, did you want to jump in for a sec? I feel like I've kind of fucking steamrolled a lot of my questions.
No, you're good. But I actually did want to kind of touch back on something. Earlier you stated that you would sit for hours going through beats until like it hit the mood or made the mood. Do you feel that your mood that you're in is what decides that beat, or does the beat create the mood that you're feeling? Like you could sit down and be like in a good mood, but the beat could make you.
I think it's a good combination. Honestly, I couldn't say fully. I'd have to really be in the setting to really think about it, because I haven't thought about it in that way, really, like what's going on around me, how I'm reacting to it. But I'd say if I'm a lot of times I'm confused on what I'm feeling, really, like just really with any emotion, just I don't really know what's going on. So when I find a nice beat, it kind of just speaks to me in a way that you can just kind of like, off the first few little seconds, like, is this the right, does it hit that right note that like really just describes how I'm feeling in the moment.
And then you said that like you may feel a certain way when you find that beat, but then when you write, you have like an emotion for that. So is it like finding the emotion between the two is when you decide to lay it down? Or
it's
like you said,
I can't think about it too hard, like not right now, but like when I'm making or writing a song, I can't think about it too hard. It kind of has to just, it's like its own language. Like you just have to kind of like, if you can learn to speak like a completely different language, then you can learn to rap. That's pretty much what I tell all my friends all the time, is just if you can learn something, like if you can learn to talk in the first place, you can learn to rap. It's like speaking in a poetic language. And once you stop overthinking about it and thinking like every time you come up with something that like, oh, that's not good enough, then you're never going to get anything out. You're never going to be able to freestyle or do anything like that. So it's kind of just the first thing I write down is whatever comes to my head, kind of like almost in a freestyle, but I'm writing each verse. And then at whatever point in the song I decide like I want to stop it here, I want to go to a hook, or I want to do this or that. It's just whenever it feels best. I don't really structure or layer anything. It's all just emotionally driven.
I want to ask you about your friends. You mentioned your friends briefly there. In your like close circle of friends, do you have like other people who are musicians or other people who are like some creative type that kind of like vibe with you, or is this kind of like a new thing that you're introducing your friends to?
I'd say for the most part, I've introduced, or not introduced, but almost kind of like went with them just at a higher pace. Like it was more for a lot of my friends, just they're kind of for fun or whatever. And it took me a little bit to understand that. So I'd say now it's more just, I do want to shout out Liam Elliott on Instagram. I'm not sure. I think that's his tag, Liam Elliott. He just dropped a new single, Luck of the Irish. He has that out on Spotify, whatever. He's definitely bringing me up a bit. He's crazy at freestyling. He's amazing. He has a few videos on his Instagram, just him freestyling. I want to get into that soon once I get to his level, but he's been doing it longer than me. We went to the same school together, and definitely a big inspiration just to help me see where I can slowly get to. He'll be doing a music video soon, and I think I'll be coming along for that. I'm not sure. Nice. Possibly.
That's what's up. I dig that, dude. What are your goals? And this could be like your music, your personal life, whatever comes to mind. But what are your goals for the rest of this year?
I'd say just to get the EP out, get a few singles down, hopefully like 2 singles. Because I'm not sure, because I want to get a catalog going, and I want to not just be producing and then putting it right out, like pretty much how I have been. I want to build up and then be able to drop a longer album, or just have more of a catalog and experience. So when I do come back, I can just really show everyone what's going on.
I love that, dude. I think that's such a great idea. Like having a cohesive body of work to listen to is so important, because the way we consume music right now is starting to change already. And so it's funny because like in one way have watched it change, and now we're slowly starting to watch it revert back to what we knew. And so to like get ahead of the curve, if you will, having a vault of work and having joints that like the thing like so like obviously like I've done the record label now for a long time, and I've had the honor of putting out other people's records for them. And one of the thing that I always tell people is like the finished like master recording that you have today should still be dope to you like 6 months from now.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you can leave it in the vault and come back like 6 months, 9 months later, and that joint still hits, then you know you've like got something to rock with. But when people like feel the need to get the, you know, obviously everybody wants the world to hear what they're doing. Like I understand the idea of like wanting to get things out quickly, but ultimately what's happening is like people are, their music is becoming topical whether they mean to or not. And a lot of that is the idea of like, I got to get this song out right now because I have a bar that references this thing that's like going on today. And like, who's going to care about that in 6 months or whatever? You know what I mean? Like the world moves too fast. So if you're not writing about evergreen shit, and I feel like you are, so I like that, you know, you seem to be real tapped in with a more like soulful, emotional kind of element with your writing. And so if you write stuff and put it in the vault and hold on to it for a couple months, I think you'll be surprised at like the amount of stuff that you're like, all right, I'm ready to like drop this EP. I'm ready to go hard with this. Do you have a name or anything for the EP?
So, I mean, I'll drop a few. I got two I'm thinking about.
Okay.
Well, I'll drop the first one I ever thought of was Versatile, because the first goal for the EP was to be just try to reach every category, do a little bit of country. That's where Outlaw came from. I was trying to get not country, but kind of Western, more brutal, kind of just oldie vibes. And then I'd say after Outlaw, Make It All Back, once I started going more like melodic, I'd say I switched to just really another motive. It was just more like I just wanted to go through like a story of my life for each track. So that's when I came up with what is it? Immaculate. So Immac with a K after C or whatever, because it's not about being perfect. It's about my idea of what's perfect, and then eventually the end goal that I want to reach. And that's kind of the story that the album or the EP takes you through. So that's just some behind info on what's going on with the EP.
I like that. That's cool. I kind of like, I don't know if I'm a little wrong on this, but like the way that I kind of took that was that while the road you're on isn't perfect, it's perfect for you to be on that road.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think that's a cool
Just, like,
perspective to share with people.
Getting as low as possible, and then realizing there's only one way up. And it's just, that's kind of the story it takes you on, is just realizing no matter what, if I don't make $1 million doing music, if I don't find a way, I'm still here. I'm still doing what I love, and that's really what's important.
Yeah, having the courage to put your art out there and allowing it the opportunity to help people will change your life more than a shitty record deal might.
Yeah.
So Danny, I don't know if you have any questions, but I always wrap things up. I have a question I like to ask as many of my guests as I can when we're closing the show up. But going through all the things that you've been through, not even just music, but like your life experience, you know, we didn't get to like tap too much into your personal life and your youth and whatever, but like knowing the things that you've been through in life, do you have a piece of advice that you could share based on those experiences?
Honestly, I think my advice on that's always going to change, but right now I'd say just be delusional, live, laugh, love, stay happy.
I dig that. I feel like Ryan, our great friend, my one of my dearest friends, he said, "Make it because you love it, and you will succeed." I think that kind of ties
And
in.
I don't mean delusional as in be crazy and wild. Just you know, the person who made the TV or whatever television, you wouldn't think that's possible. So it's that type of kind of similarity there. It's just kind of be delusional on what you love. You're the
Straight
best
up,
at it.
man.
You can do whatever you want. If these people did it, you can do it too. Even if it's out of touch, people will tell you you're not going to be able to make it. And I think it's just best to be delusional, ignore what people think, and just stay happy.
Amen, dude. I love it. Man, thank you so much for making time to kick it with us tonight, dude. This was dope. It was really cool to kind of start to tap in.
Appreciate you having me on, man.
Yeah, we definitely got to do a part 2 of this at some point. There's a lot more I want to ask you. But before we let you get out of here, plug all the stuff that you got to plug. Let all the people know where they can find you. Let them know where to listen to the music, the whole 9. Tap them in.
I got you. I made it real easy. I changed all my handles right before this. So it's Gate City Mack official on everything, SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram. I'm going to be on Untitled soon. I'm going to start sending out links for just once I drop the EP, I'm going to start sending out Untitled links for anyone that wants to hear it on there. I don't know if you guys have been on that yet, but
no.
Oh, it's a I'll show you guys after, but if you know, you know. Show's coming up soon. I already mentioned that. Anyone who is here gets a free sticker. It's kind of just a bunch of stickers. I don't know. If you want one.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
Gate City Mack official.
Add it to the
I'll
memorabilia.
see y'all there.
Hell yeah. And you know what? Before you go, let's get the people excited for this show one more time, and then I'll open the door to let you out of here.
Kawasaki with me. Weed lace look like Rocky hit me. Bills pissy crispy. She a hippie gypsy. Straight to the turnpike, first flight, shed skin. Alien tongues with Australian rubs was a.
But distractions with lights make me feel like a star. If I spend it today, then no hope for tomorrow.
Been in it since I was a kid, and I just got done running from something that I won't admit by the way that I kiss you.
Gate City Mack official, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, man. I'm excited to see you on March 20th. I'm excited to get you back on the pod. Excited to start running up more of your music. Make sure you guys go all platforms, Gate City Mack official. Make sure you go follow him, and I will finally unhandcuff you from the couch in our studio. Have a great night, my man.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you
Thank
soon.
you, man. Have a good night.
Appreciate it. I'll see you all there.
That was a good one, Danny. Thank you for fucking. Thank you for holding it down as well.
Did you change the intro?
Yeah, of course I did. Had to re-up. I re-upped the intro. I changed the intro a little bit. I changed the music a little bit.
That's all. I caught that.
Chat told us to get their boy right, so I'm doing all I can, yo. I'm putting the show together. I'm getting some posters printed. I got some really dope artists to fill this thing out. Now we just need you guys to get tickets and be there. Let's make this show count, guys. Just like we were saying to Mac, we get, say we get 30 to 50 people in this room. This room's going to feel energetic. It's going to feel wall to wall. People are going to be going off. It's a really intimate room. The rappers are going to be right in front of you. So get a pre-sale ticket. It's $5. Go to hellhoundpublishing.com/tickets. Use the QR code on the flyer.
All I know is we're there all the time. We do our film club there every single Wednesday. We know the audio system. We're going to get the lights right. I'm going to have my camera charged, my lens cleaned, and we're going to have a great time, and we're going to have your boy right. So come on down, get your tickets, because we're going to have a ball on March 20th, having a great time down at the spot.
Absolutely, that's right. March 20th, come see us at the spot with Mack, Subtext, and Hope the Rapper. And like I mentioned at the top of the show, I got some brand new Cody Pope dates that I'm going to be doing throughout the spring and summer. You can catch me right now at March 22nd at the Cantab Lounge in Cambridge, Mass. March 29th at the Shaskeen in Manchester, New Hampshire. April 4th at Phoenix Rising in Northampton, Massachusetts. April 16th at Green Door Studio in Burlington, Vermont. And April 23rd at Troop in Providence, Rhode Island, with more dates to come. Make sure you head over to www.cody-pope.com. Get tapped in, write all the dates on your calendar, get tickets. It's going to be a great time. I'm excited to get the wheels turning again. I haven't done a show, and by the time I do this show, it'll have been like almost 4 months.
I know. You have to start rehearsing. You have to start practicing.
For real. Yeah. I got to do my fucking...
start hitting the treadmill and start practicing your songs. Get the cardio up.
I was just about to say I got to do the Cody Pope weight loss program now. But
it's gonna be on the grind here.
You guys were awesome tonight. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Thank you to all of our friends and family that tuned in. Thank you to all of the new people that tuned in, all the people from Mack's World that came and joined us. I hope you guys will come back for other episodes. We are here live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time right here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the Hellhound Publishing channel. Make sure you subscribe to the Cody Central Clips channel as well. We're going to have some bonus stuff over there eventually. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Turn on your notifications and make plans to hang out with us next week. That's all for me. I'm Cody Pope. This is my co-host.
Danny Dimes. I'm Danny Dimes.
Until next time, much love, world. Oh, and shout out to the healer who just dropped in. Much love, Mike. We love you too.
Oh shit, the healer. Hell yeah.
We'll see you soon. Much love, everybody. Cody-Pope.com, March 20th at the spot. Cody-Pope.com for all my dates. We'll see you at Hellhound Film Club, and we'll see you at the next Cody Central. How many things can I get out before I...
Cody Central is written and produced by Cody Pope for Hellhound Publishing. If you'd like to sponsor the program and have your brand, podcast, or service featured, learn more about that today at www.hellhoundpublishing.com/Cody-Central. Additional ways to support the program include purchasing music, joining our Patreon for exclusive content, or simply donating at any of the links available in the QR codes above.
I certainly feel sorry for you.